everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, beautiful day outside. I'm going to be heading up to the shop here in a minute. I'm going to do a couple small little things on the Cutlass. I took this thing on my first big road trip since we did the LS swap and everything. About a 6-hour round trip over a weekend, this past weekend. And this thing is amazing on the interstate. It is so nice on the interstate compared to how it was. I think it's partially due to the high gearing that it's got, because this thing was just humming along at interstate speeds, just hardly any RPM. And with that said, didn't end up using a lot of fuel this weekend. So, you know, there's a plus right there. Having a hot rod that's pretty fuel efficient and still fun to drive. But I noticed a couple of things. It does have some wind noise, and I found a couple of places it feels like the air is leaking through. I've never adjusted the windows on this car. All the seals, all the rubber seals and weather stripping in this thing is brand new. So I'm going to be adjusting the windows. They've got stops and in and out adjustment that I can play with. Try to get them to seal better so I eliminate some of that wind noise. Also, I bought some sound deadening mat and I'm going to be putting that in. I got started on it last night, putting it in the trunk. I'm going to put some on the doors today while I have them apart. It just makes sense to do that while they're still apart. These still have the factory sound deadener stuff inside of them, but I think an extra layer of that kill mat would definitely help with some of the rattles and things of that nature. But I'm going to do that. If I feel real dangerous today, I might pull the seat and the carpet and start putting some down on the floor. I don't think I have enough to do the trunk doors and floor all at once, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So we're in here at the shop, got the car inside, check it out. Started on some of the kill mat yesterday. The spare tire well here, one of the hardest things I would imagine to do in this car. And I just wanted to get it tackled yesterday when I was bored. But pull this guy up here. And you may wonder why there's one piece of Dynamat and then all this kill mat. That Dynamat is the first sound deadening I put in the car. And I just bought this little roll of it at a yard sale one time, and it was like $5 for the roll. So, and it was perfectly good Dynamat. So I ended up putting that in first. Now this kill mat stuff is quite a bit cheaper to purchase than Dynamat. Now here's a little trick that I've learned over time doing these sound deadening installs. Is on the back of the kill mat here, it has backing paper, which is very similar to like construction paper, cardboard type paper. You can use this as a template if you don't have any good template material. Peel it off. You know, typically your first sheet you're going to put in is going to be an uncut regular piece. So you can take this paper off and actually lay it in somewhere, make your lines, draw on it, we'll do whatever you need to do to make a good template. Now you got to be careful too though, because I made the template for this rounded cut here for this piece. It was supposed to meet up perfectly with this over here that came up out of the wheel well, and I drew it on there backwards, so ended up putting this piece in backwards and having this gap over here. I ended up making a new piece that fit this gap perfectly, and it wouldn't be a big deal for anybody, but it is a big deal for me and it's going to bother me. So I thought it was a good time to mention that. But yeah, this is a perfect template material that is installed, that comes with the mat itself. I used it for all of the cuts over there on the spare tire well. Used it for this piece over here I cut. Pretty much everything. But yeah, that's just something, I'm sure other people have figured that out, but that's something I just figured out. So first things first, gotta get the sub out of there. I have all the amp wires chilling over here, and I've got a power junction box behind the sub that I'm gonna take up. Yeah, so I don't have an amp for my sub right now because my previous one stopped working. I haven't figured out a new one I'm gonna get, but gonna get all that out of there. Gonna pull the carpet out, gonna take an air hose and a vacuum to this thing, make the carpet turn out a lot better than it is, and get cracking on this kill mat install. Okay, just hopped in here, checking out my speaker amp. Notice the wires are kind of looking like spaghetti. Come here, come check this out. So kind of spaghetti-ish. I'm gonna work on cleaning that up before I take the amp out. I'm probably on the amp and the power supply, or the splitter rather. I'm probably just gonna fold them back, put the mat down, put them back where they were. I think that's all I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna pull wires and take them completely out of the car or anything like that.
Hold your breath, taste the sweet surprise, no stress. It's not a shoe, it's not a hat, it's something better. That is that. The beat is buzzing, can't you hear? The sweet surprise is finally here. Is it cake? What a shock! Is it cake? All day long. Is it cake? Cake or bite? Sweet surprise is here. Is it cake? What a shock! Is it cake? All day long. Is it cake? Take a bite. Sweet surprise. It's alright.
So I got this thing looking something more akin to a wiring harness now, rather than just randomized wires. Got the main harness coming up through here, that's coming from the radio through the car. Coming up here, splits right here, goes to all the outputs on this side, and it goes, here are the inputs on this side. So that's a lot cleaner than it was. I would go through the trouble of putting loom on it, but I don't really want to. So just pull all the carpet out up here. Fairly clean. I'm still going to go over everything with some greaser and a rag and just make sure I get everything out of there that could affect the stickiness of this pad. So yeah, I'm going to do that here for a minute. And I marked all the holes for the sub, power junction block, and the amp. There's holes from the previous amp over here. I'm not going to go with the same one, so I'm just going to put mat right over those. So, little update. I took a little break for lunch there, and I was sitting around thinking about stuff, and then I started cleaning the carpet off, and I pulled it outside to blow it off with the air gun, and for one thing, it's so old and frayed and everything that the air gun really wasn't doing a whole lot to clean the carpet out. And I was just looking at it, and now that it's out in the sunlight, I'm starting to see stains and just all manner of different stuff that I didn't really like. And I decided I didn't really want to put that carpet back in the car. But most places that sell automotive carpet, especially, you know, custom cut to fit your car, will take, generally speaking, about a week to get it to you. And I don't want to roll around with the trunk blown apart for a week and then do it next weekend. So then I remembered I used to work at Menards. There's a Menards right around the corner. They they sell automotive carpet there, and it's just black. It's not the like blue like the interior is. It's just black automotive carpet. It's not any crazy like molded stuff. So I'm on my way to Menards right now to pick up some of that carpet, and it's super cheap. It's going to be like $14 for the piece I need. Like, I'll rock with that for sure. Got my carpet here. Gonna just lay that out on the carpet and get back to work on this kill mat. So I got all my trunk mat put in. Got some excess backing paper there I need to throw away, but got all on the sides over there. I didn't really put it up above the fender well because it's just hard to get in there. So that's pretty good. It looks really good, I feel like. Anyway, I feel like I did a pretty good job. Got the carpet over here. Laid it out on some cardboard because I don't want anything that's still on this floor to get in my carpet. So I'm gonna use the old piece of carpet as a template. I'm gonna stencil or draw all around there. I cut it out. I'm gonna burn holes into the new carpet where the old holes were for purposes of mounting all the audio stuff. So this Auto Marine stuff from Menards, pretty cheap carpet, but it does the part and it looks good. You'll notice it doesn't have any backing pad on it like the original trunk carpet would have had, but that's okay because doing all this kill mat pretty much negates the use for that original padding or even new padding that a new pre-made carpet would have come with. But with a lack of padding, that comes on this carpet, sure does make it super nice to cut. Now if you're doing dark colored carpet, you're going to want to use a light colored marker to make your stencil. And if you want to use a dark colored marker on dark colored carpet, well, I mean, that's up to you. I'll let you comment down below, let me know how that goes. So I got both my pieces of carpet here. They're pretty much exactly the same shape. Difference being the carpet backing on this one as opposed to the new one, and all the holes for the stereo stuff. Now what I'm gonna do now, place this in the car, check my fitment because these didn't fit the greatest from factory. So I'll see if there's anything else I need to trim off of here. And then after that, lay it back out on the ground, line everything up, put the old carpet back on top of it, and get my holes put in there. Well, it lays down pretty nice actually. Around this hump here, really good. Around the spare tire hole, really nice. I think what I'm gonna do is cut a little bit of length out of the back up there because it's not laying down up here. I can't push it. I can't really push it any further unless I like shove it behind the seat, and I really don't want to do that. Over here, this little spot here, I'm just gonna cut the corner off there, and then over here it's not really, I don't know if you can see that, let me put some light on it. Over here it's kind of just running into the lights, so we'll do something about that. But yeah, that's why we test fit. Alright, got everything trimmed, got this corner over here fixed. I put a slot in the carpet on this side to let the wiring harness come through and still cover up when I need to cover up over here. Took about a ½ an inch off the length back there, and it seemed to make all the difference. This is laying down a lot better. And yeah, now we can start with our holes and start putting the trunk back together after that. You're going to want to burn the hole out so that when you screw it, it doesn't try to tear up the carpet, because nobody needs that. So, for example, right here is where the main power cable comes in from the battery. We're definitely going to need this hole, so stick your iron in there. It's already melting through because this is nylon carpet. It melts away pretty easy. Gonna want to just waller it out. Waller it out. These bigger ones take a little while because, I mean, how small the soldering iron is. But I don't know if you can see down in there too well, but when you do that, let me grab a light here. When you do that, it actually hardens into like a plastic type substance. And I mean, that's fine for this big, huge wire, but it's even better for screws, because if a screw can get a hold of a little run of carpet, it'll rip it up. If you've ever seen like someone rip a thread out of a shirt, it'll do exactly that same thing with the screw. But it's quite a bit more damaging than just ripping a thread out. So I got the carpet installed, got the sub, got the amp put in. Still don't have an amp for my sub, but that's besides the point. I can do that later. But look how this turned out. Yeah, that's all brand new carpet. Got the sound deadener in here. Yeah, I'm proud of that. Now I just gotta figure out an amp for there, and we're golden. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Even if you don't like it, I don't care. I want to hear about it. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned. There will be more with this car in the future.